What Kelly Clarkson really got in her divorce from Brandon Blackstock.
I don't know how anybody, I'll just be real with you, goes through grief, like divorce, any kind of grief, any kind of loss, without having an outlet.
March 10th, 2022. Kelly Clarkson's divorce was finalized, almost 2 years after she filed. Here's what Kelly got. She got to pay Brandon $1.3 million up front. She got to pay him $115,000 a month in spousal support. She got to pay him $45,000 a month in child support. She got to keep working while he lived on her Montana ranch. Then, 3 years later, a California Labor Commission ruled Brandon owed her $2.6 million, money he took illegally while he was her manager. So Kelly lost millions, then won millions back, then Brandon died in August 2025. And now the question is, who really won?
The end?
Yeah.
Do you tell her how much you love her?
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
Oh, yeah. I love you, and I send you special.
Okay. Compartmentalization. So I love her too.
June 4th, 2020. Kelly filed for divorce from Brandon Blackstock after almost 7 years of marriage. They had 2 kids, River and Remington. Brandon was Kelly's manager. His dad, Narvel, owned Starstruck Entertainment. Narvel used to be married to Reba McEntire, making Reba Brandon's stepmom for years.
We officially bought our ranch, Vintage Valley, over 1.5 years ago.
That's one of our cabins on our property that we stay at.
I just love being outdoors. Brandon and I love wide open spaces and coming to the ranch because, well, both of us grew up in the countryside, 1, and 2, we literally work almost 7 days a week, if not 7 days a week.
Family and business and money all tangled together. When Kelly filed, it all came apart. She cited irreconcilable differences, asked the court to enforce their prenup, asked that she wouldn't pay spousal support. She wanted out. Brandon wanted money.
Kelly Clarkson seen out for the first time 16 days after the sudden death of ex-husband Brandon Blackstock. A somber Kelly, dressed in all black, was spotted outside LAX with her children, River and Remy, after she dropped everything to comfort their grief.
I promised my kids, I was like, I want to be there as much as I possibly can.
On her neck, a $22,000 tarot card necklace. According to the product's description, it was designed to, quote, keep a renewed sense of hope during difficult periods.
The divorce took 2 years. Everything became a battle. In November 2020, Kelly got primary custody of their kids. They'd live with her in LA. Brandon got the 1st and 5th weekends of every month, but Brandon was living in Montana by then, on Kelly's ranch that she owned and paid for. He wouldn't leave. October 2021, a judge ruled the Montana ranch belonged to Kelly. It was worth $17.7 million. The prenup was clear. Whatever each party acquired during marriage belonged solely to that person. Kelly bought it. Kelly owned it. Brandon argued it was marital property, 50-50. The judge said no, but Brandon still wouldn't leave.
As a society, we don't do it enough. We're always working constantly. So it's nice to come out here and just sit by the stream and hear the water flowing and be around all the trees. I just love just the sound of just nature and not cars and people all on top of each other.
January 2022. They reached an agreement. Brandon got 5.12% ownership, $908,000 of the $17.7 million value, not half, 5%. He had to move out by June 1st, 2022. Until then, he'd pay Kelly $12,500 a month in rent for living on her ranch.
Okay to say that.
And I think it's a disservice to the whole family.
Yeah.
If you're going to raise, and I've also seen that in
as
person. I've seen that as a kid of like seeing like, this is not healthy. Like, I don't want to live like this when I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't want to, I don't want to, either way is bad. Divorce is never good. My kids, I don't, know if y'all know anybody that's been through anything similar, but it's.
March 2022. Divorce finalized. Kelly was ordered to pay $1.326 million upfront, $115,000 a month in spousal support until January 31st, 2024, $45,601 a month in child support until the kids turn 18, plus $350,000 for their children's private air travel. Kelly paid Brandon over $4 million total, not counting legal fees or years of court battles. Kelly kept 95% of the Montana ranch, their California home, multiple cars, family pets, and a flight simulator. Brandon got 5% of the ranch, all the farm cattle and livestock and horses, snowmobiles, expensive Patek Philippe watches, and got to keep living on the ranch until June. His lawyer said publicly that Kelly was morally and ethically wrong for fighting him, that Brandon helped her as her manager, that he used those earnings on their children and lifestyle. But Brandon wasn't done. September 2020, while the divorce was being finalized, Brandon and Starstruck Entertainment sued Kelly. They claimed she breached her oral management contract, owed them $1.4 million in unpaid commissions. They took credit for developing Kelly into a mega superstar, predicted they'd win $5.4 million by end of year. Kelly filed a response with the California Labor Commission. She claimed Brandon never got a proper license to serve as a talent agent in California, shouldn't have been legally working to secure her gigs, overcharged her on commissions. The case sat there 3 years. November 2023. California Labor Commission ruled in Kelly's favor. Brandon wasn't properly licensed when he procured Kelly's biggest contracts. The Voice, Norwegian Cruise Line's Wayfair commercials, Billboard Music Awards. Under California's Talent Agencies Act, a manager cannot act as an agent. Brandon didn't have a talent agency license. Every commission he took was illegal. The commission ordered Brandon to pay Kelly back $2.6 million.
But you kind of have to go, I was talking to Glennon and I read her book, Untamed, and it was like that line I just bawled to. And it was like something about, you'd never want your kid in this relationship.
Yeah.
Like I would want better for them. I want better for my ex. I want better for us all.
Yeah.
So I just want them to grow.
Brandon appealed immediately, requested a full trial in Los Angeles Superior Court. He claimed he worked alongside Kelly's licensed agents at Creative Artists Agency. They asked him to negotiate. CAA agents testified that wasn't true, said they never asked Brandon to negotiate anything, were upset when he did it on his own. Kelly testified in March 2023. She said NBC never approached her about The Voice before Brandon reached out. Brandon told her NBC wasn't interested because they wanted a more sex symbol type, Kelly testified. A wife doesn't forget a time she gets told she's not a sex symbol. That stays with you. Brandon negotiated the deal himself, got her the job, took almost $2 million in commission for a deal he wasn't licensed to make. March 2024. Kelly filed a cross-complaint. Asked for complete accounting from Starstruck, wanted to know if she was owed more than $2.6 million. She claimed Brandon and his dad's company violated California labor laws going back to 2007, potentially tens of millions in illegal commissions. Brandon's team said it was morally and ethically wrong to try to get money back from her ex-husband, money he used on their kids and lifestyle, but that money was earned illegally. May 2024. Kelly and Brandon settled. Case dismissed with prejudice, neither can refile. Settlement amount not disclosed. But Kelly got something. She didn't back down, she fought, she won something. August 7th, 2025. Brandon Blackstock died at 48. He'd been battling melanoma for 3 years. He died peacefully at home in Montana, surrounded by family. Kelly postponed her Las Vegas residency the day before. She said their children's father had been ill and she needed to be present for them. Despite everything, Kelly was there for her kids.
The day before he died, Kelly Clarkson hit pause. She postponed her August Vegas residency, telling fans their children's father had been ill, and she needed to be there for River, Remy. By Thursday, August 7th, Brandon Blackstock had passed away.
So what did Kelly really get? She got a 2-year legal battle. She got to pay over $4 million in the settlement. She got primary custody of her kids. She got to write an album about the divorce called Chemistry. She got to turn her pain into art. Then she fought 3 more years over illegal commissions. She got a labor commission ruling proving Brandon violated California law. She got some money back, maybe all of it. Then she watched her ex-husband die of cancer at 48, comforted her children through losing their father. What Kelly really got was freedom. Freedom from a marriage that wasn't working. from a manager taking advantage of her. But it cost millions. It cost years. It cost peace. In the end, nobody won. Kelly paid millions. Brandon took millions. Brandon died. What matters is 2 kids who lost their father and a woman who spent years fighting for what was rightfully hers. That's what Kelly Clarkson really got. Subscribe for more stories about how artists' personal lives reshape their careers. Thanks for watching.